Good evening, everybody. It's Tuesday night. It's the 5th of September. The dark nights are here. The weather is the best that it's been for months. So hope everybody's doing well. And if you're watching this on replay, hello, good afternoon, good day, happy hot chocolate to you. Hey, that's a good line. Happy hot chocolate. Oh, lovely stuff. Okay, Donald Trump is here. Hello to Donald Trump, Mr. President. How are you doing? Telecom is here from the other side of the pond. Nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Hope all's well in Minnesota. Crypto Chris Card is here. Wayne Ritchie is here. I like this comment here. This is good. Hi, Eddie, and everyone else in the chat. I hope you're doing well today. Have you ever visited the Amazon before? Yeah, I've visited the Amazon, and I don't just mean, getting parcels and that sort of thing. No, I have actually visited the Amazon on my big South American adventure. I went across Colombia and stopped off in Leticia, crossed over the border into Tabatinga in Brazil. I took a boat through the Amazon, a proper Brazilian boat, at my own little cabin for 3 days. And I stayed in a jungle lodge in the rainforest. Yes. I mean, I'm not boasting or not, but yeah, I really, really did do that. Think about the Amazon. It's all trees and all that kind of stuff. I mean, once you've seen it, you've sort of seen. But I did go out on a boat of a night time and, seeing little crocodiles and that sort of stuff. Yeah, so yeah, it's a great adventure. You got to do it, mate. Got to do it. Nice to hear from you, Wayne. Anyway. Gemini Star is here. Sceneries is here. I do believe in fairies. Greetings from rural Esan. A quick hello. It's 3 in the morning here. Oh, well, thanks for staying up. Thank you for staying up. Bottle Baby is here. London Cab, Thailand. Nice to hear from you, mate. David Marchant is here. Yes. Okay, nice to hear from you. Ian Bowden. It's like a cool night in it's like a cool night in Batard in January. Love it. Okay, that's absolutely fine. It's a cool night in Batard in January. Okay, cool. Super nice is here. Yeah, well, I mean, we haven't got the mozzies. There are a few mozzies around here now, but there are a few mozzies, but they get on your nerves, don't they? Super nice is here. Citizen Mikey. Okay. Leo Malley is watching from Nook in Greenland. Never heard of that one before. Last week, a 4-week tour of Iceland and Greenland. Man, Lee, you get around a bit. Good for you. You could be the next Gabriel traveller. Good for you, mate. I think a lot of people judge countries on how much the beer costs, which isn't really relevant to me anymore because I don't drink it. But apparently, Greenland and Iceland is notoriously expensive for beer and that sort of stuff. Oh, that's a nice hot chocolate. Okay, Guilty Traveller here. Guilty Traveller, evening Ed and all that crap. I thought it actually said it first. Evening Ed and all that crap. No, evening Ed and all that. Oh, okay. Philippines Airlines flight from JFK cancelled today. I have to wait another day for Thailand. It wasn't you on that airplane, was it? What was the story I was reading today? The story I was reading today is, and we'll mention this again. Delta flight makes U-turn over diarrhea incident. Yes, an airplane, Delta Airlines made a Delta flight from Atlanta to Barcelona was forced to turn around because of what the pilot says was a biohazard issue after a passenger had diarrhea. Oh my God, we'll talk about that in a bit after I've drank the cocoa. Let's see. Wayne Foster. Wayne Foster, and a very good evening from Southeast London, Philippines in 8 weeks' time. Not that I'm counting. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Well, what will 8 weeks? Well, that'll be the beginning of November. Good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. AG is here. Hello. Sergio is here. Eddie for an African adventure. I'm no plans to go to Africa, but Yours travels. Hello from my kitchen, having a night watching the kitchen TV with a glass of wine. Oh, very, very nice. Good for you, mate. Anyway, enjoy the nice weather now that it's here. September is often a lovely month, so enjoy the weather. Good for you, anyway, mate. Cheers to you. Anyway, McLaren is here. Nice to hear from you. Ian Bowden. Ian Bowden, Ed, far too warm for a hot drink. Surely a nice cold Heineken would be more thirst quenching. Well, I must have done okay. I must have really, really kicked the habit. If you know, even on a hot night like this, I could be drinking hot chocolate. If I wants to have a cold drink, I'd have a glass of my favourite diet ginger beer out of the co-op. The Asda and the Morrison's versions are not up to much, but the one out of the co-op is top stuff. No, I've kicked it with the booze. Okay, sometimes when I see videos of people in Benidorm and places like that, drinking a nice cold pint of beer, I think, oh, I could do with one of them. But at the end of the day, if you can do without it, then do without it. Bart Simpson, big insects put me off in jungle rural places. Okay, fair. That's fair comment. It's not just that, but in jungles, you get an awful lot of rats in these places, in very, very leafy areas. That's another problem. I mean, I mean, that's the same in even some rural leafy areas. They have a terrible bloody rat problem. Boris Johnson, evening, Eddie. I'm on the lookout for a new love pad. Heard you decided to wait. Just wondered if you could rent your place while you're away from my love affairs. So the answer to that is no. It's spoken for. Okay, nice to hear from you, mate. Yours travels. Okay, where am I? Cab over, Mike. Nice to hear from you. Yours travels. Had a cracking garden day today. Well, enjoy the weather. I mean, there's a long, cold winter ahead, isn't there? I mean, last year I had my heating on until about the beginning of May. And when you think about it, that's 8 months away. If you can get like a nice month this month, possibly next. But once that heating goes on, it's a long, long, cold winter that we have here in the UK. So make the most of it while it's there. K-Pax is here. Nice to hear from you, mate. Stuart Marsden. Mozzie's here on the island of Kos, Ed. Are greedy bastards. They're eating me alive. On the island of Kos, I haven't been to Kos, but I've been to other Greek islands. Greece is wonderful. It's a wonderful place. Good for you anyway, mate. Yeah, K-Pax. Enjoy this week because it's going downhill fast. The thing is, with the weather in this country, you have to treat every nice day as if it's the last one you're going to get, because that's the way it works, really. Grab the weather while it's there. Ian Bowden, I meant alcohol-free Heineken. The thing about alcohol, funny enough, I stopped off in a pub last week, a couple of weeks ago, on a sunny afternoon, and I did have a couple of alcohol-free Heinekens. But the thing is, it's still got calories in it. So I mean, if you drank lots of them, you could still put on weight if you drank that as a habit. I like the idea of not just being off the booze, but also losing a bit of weight. And really, alcohol-free stuff, it's just not the same. It's either booze or it's not booze, really. Bobby Cross, I used to visit Iceland on a regular basis, but since the bird's eye potato waffles went up to 450, I had to stop going. Good for you, mate. That's one place I never ever bother with. Never bother with that. Yogi Bear, good evening, Ed, and good evening to all in the chat. Police driving up a street in Bromwich at 1:30 a.m. come across a python that was 12 feet long. It was big enough to kill a medium-sized dog or child. Jesus Christ, a 12-foot long python. People have these as pets. I actually seen the snake, and I live in Devon. I seen the snake around this holiday camp area a couple of years back. It was in the summertime. I was going across the road. It was like, it wasn't a python, but it was a bloody big long snake. I mean, if you stretch it out, it was probably about 6 or 8 feet long. And I thought I'd seen this, like, sort of rope tubey thing moving in the road, and then realized what it was. When it went into the grass, I'm pretty sure people have these things and then, foolishly let them out. I've got no ambition to have you know, exotic pets. I like cats and dogs personally. Yours travels. Okay. Paul Hoskin is here. Never eat 2 tins of baked beans followed by a vindaloo. Oh my God! To open those windows, man. Open those windows. McLaren F1 is on the Stella. Yo, Salvas, get a pack of 0%, 4 pack of 0% beer. I tried, you know, I have tried 0% beer, and it's just not the same. It just doesn't taste right somehow. Yeah, Bobby Crush, 8 out of 10 ex-alcoholics said they preferred co-op diet ginger beer. You know why? Because it's me who's been promoting it. That's why it is. It is. It's a good recipe to use. Honestly, try the Asda one and the Morrison one, and it's just not in the same league. Ian Bowden, French have got it right. They're banned schoolgirl students from wearing Muslim clothes at school. The French, they've got something right for a change. I mean, the French, they're having a lot of problems, aren't they, right now? I mean, I think, like, you know, that's whether that's a step in the right direction. They've got a long way to go before they solve their problems. You know, let's see. Seaside Freddy, Sri Lanka has venomous snakes. Really? Really? I think that snake is actually the only one that I've ever seen. Let me see. Paul Hoskin, it's naked sunbathing weather. Oh my God. Yeah, the police will come around and arrest you, mate. Put your clothes on. Bobby Crush, I just booked a trip to see elephants, giraffes, and hippos. We arrive at Knowsley Safari Park next Tuesday on the bus. Good for you, mate. Good for you. I like animals. I do like animals. Farang Travels is here. Nice to hear from you. Uh, okay, yeah, Dennis Stoikov. Greetings from Varna, Bulgaria. I've been there, but it was raining at the time. Not much fun. I missed out on Sunny Beach and all of them places. Oh, oh my God. Anyway, so gonna ask a question in a minute. Bart Simpson. My mum lives in Romford. The entire row is now for entire row is now really friendly, but they're all building. What are they? Are they? Oh well. Well, at least you know what are they building exactly? Tudor line. Tudor line. Hi Eddie. What camera gear will you use on your next trip? Probably the ones that I've already got. I've still my GoPro is and my Canon G7X is still got plenty of life left in it. Yeah, you know I don't see. Yeah, you know I don't see why not. Yogi Bear, Ed, this hot weather is here till Sunday. Well, make the most of it. It's a long, cold winter ahead. Dennis Stoikov, Bulgarian women are something else. They certainly are. Gorgeous, beautiful, absolutely lovely. Yeah, yours travels. Yours travels. Ed, you're drinking hot chocolate with 200 calories a mug. The 0% beer is better for you. Well, maybe it is, but you know, I'm only gonna have one or two. I don't drink this all the time. Only like one or two of an evening time, or maybe one of an evening usually. So you could have something, haven't you? Ginger Joe, nice to hear from you. Traveling milkshake, Eddie. When you're having a milkshake in my yard, it's not on the menu for me. Funnily enough. Paul Hoskin, the man next door, spied on me in the garden naked. He started retching. I don't blame him, mate. Jesus Christ Almighty. Paul, Ian Bowden, do you think it's pathetic how we get to 30 Celsius and the media post all these heat warnings? Snowflake journalism. Oh, we overreact to the weather in this country. We do. A nice bit of hot weather and we start panicking, you know, stay indoors. You might get heat stroke. A bit of frost appears on the ground in the winter time, and we start acting as if the bloody ice age has arrived. We do overreact in this country. Life Utopia. Ed, I got bored of Thailand and took a last minute flight to Seoul. Here now, and it's a really cool city. Well worth you visiting. Not as expensive as Japan either. I've never been there, but I've heard mixed reviews of Seoul. I really, really have. Some people like it and some people don't. Martin Ryder, nice to hear from you. Super Adventure. Good evening, my mate Edward Sweeney. Love that name. Really, you can have it, mate. I bloody hate it. Yours Travels. Don't mention a friends to me. Okay. AG. Ed, are all your clothes too big for you now? I wouldn't exactly go that far. I wouldn't go that far. No, no, I'm not really. Maybe another stone, and I might start seeing the difference. You know. But I don't know. I haven't put a pair of jeans on recently because I've been wearing shorts. When it goes colder and I put my jeans on, then maybe I might notice a difference then. I wouldn't count on it. Yeah, Bobby Crush. This global warming is getting out of hand. This afternoon, Eddie had to open a window and take his cardigan off. Okay, let's see. Where are we now? Martin Ryder, Romford is going the same way as Ilford. Okay. Yogi Bear, Ed, it sounds as if you come across an adder. It's poisonous, but about as bad as a bee sting. They live here. Really? Really? I mean, it was a long snake. It wasn't a thick snake, but it was a bloody long one. Guilty Traveller says, even after 6+ months deployment in the desert without booze, 0% beer is crap. Well, I drank it the week before that. Well, when I was in a pub down there, and I drank it, and it was cold, so it done the business on a hot day. It done the business, but I wouldn't drink it, and it was £3.30 a bottle, a 33 cl bottle, £3.30. That's not cheap, really. So I don't really see any value in drinking that, to be honest with you. Ian Bowden, are the Tory trashing this country as much as possible, just so that Labour will find it impossible to fix? I can't. You know. I mean, what the hell is Labour going to do? I think most people are concerned about illegal immigrants, and are Labour going to do any better than the Tories are doing? I doubt it. I think I don't have any confidence in any of them. Yeah, Martin Ryder just had 3 cans of hobgoblins in the garden on this beautiful night. Well, I once had a goblin tease made, but that's another story. Yours Travels. Bulgarian beds in Amsterdam, €80 a time. Give me a full night with the time for 50. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, we're gonna talk about something in a minute. Kepax. I'll be moaning in October when it starts to go colder. Oh, it's not funny. I mean, funny enough, we went through a couple of years, didn't we? Some years ago, a few years ago, when October, it was a record warm October. Even Halloween, which is right at the end of October, was quite sunny and warm. So I wouldn't really get. There's only one rule with the weather in Britain: you get what you're given. Anyway, that's my hot chocolate. Sceneries. Do you think the people who call themselves Blade Runners are right to damage the ULEZ cameras? The ULEZ no, I don't think they are right. And I think by calling themselves, if that's what they really call themselves, Blade Runners, I think they're getting their own bloody, they're getting up their own asses if that's what they call themselves. I mean, I think that's an insult to a great movie, to be honest with you, if they're calling them that. I mean, the thing is, I watched Piers Morgan's interview with Sadiq Khan, and so the consensus is that Piers Morgan went a bit soft on him. I'm not a London. I don't live in London. Sadiq Khan is not my mayor, so I don't really have an opinion on it. He seems a pleasant guy, but you don't know what's behind. But if he's a liar, behind the scenes, well, so what? They all are, aren't they? all bloody politicians and people. Yeah, they're all bloody, fakes. I mean, one thing I did notice about Sadiq Khan in that interview with Piers Morgan is that he's for someone who's been the mayor on two occasions. He's been mayor of London for quite a long time now. He's not a very good communicator, is he? A very good orator, you might say. He doesn't really communicate very well. His voice is kind of demure. And you would have thought someone. I mean, I know like Boris. Well, Boris Johnson is bloody annoying. But Sadiq Khan, he's like, I was watching him speak, and I haven't really seen him that much on TV. Um, but I was watching him. Hearing him speak, and I was thinking, you seem like a bloody frightened schoolboy. Come on, speak out, man. Raise your voice. Be a bit more bombastic. He seemed very, very quiet and mild mannered, really, for someone who's the mayor of London. You tend to think of the mayor of London as a big, beefy, bombastic person, not this little, quiet little person. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Bobby Crush, I like soul, but I prefer Motown. Good for you. I like both of them. A little bit, not much. Bottle Baby, looking into Panama this winter. Not much there other than the canal. And Panama, I haven't been to Panama, but Panama, well done. I mean, take a look at it, mate. It's travel, isn't it? If you've never been there, then it's going to be somewhere different, isn't it? But I rather like Nicaragua. I thought Nicaragua, the town of Granada, and that's beach resort. No, it's not a resort. It's near the coast of San Juan del Sur, with a breezy Caribbean town. I like Nicaragua best out of those countries. Ian Barton, Twitter, or X it is now referred to, was banned me for speaking my mind. I thought Twitter was the last platform that allows 100% free speech. Really, I can't get into Twitter. I just can't get into it. I can't get into it. I mean, I've heard people saying, "Oh, there's a big, kickoff going on Twitter." They're all ranting and raving about this and that on Twitter. So I log into, because I've got an account with Twitter. I log into Twitter and I say, "All right, well, what's going on here?" And I can't see anything. I mean, you have to go looking for all of this, and and it's all about celebrities following. I think you have to follow celebrities, follow them. I can't get into it. I just can't get into Twitter. Shame is talking in Ireland. Even panic about windy weather now. Well, that's what we do in this country. We panic about anything. Matthew Cartwright, dinghies. We don't want to talk about that tonight. Not a big can help. Wayne Ritchie, do you ever wish you had all the money back for spending on bar girls? What exactly would they do with it? What exactly would they do with it? I mean, if you've had fun, and all the money that I've spent on travel over the years, someone mentioned the Amazon earlier. I mean, and I'm able to say, yeah, I've been in the Amazon. I've been to the Amazon, and I've stayed in a jungle lodge in the rainforest, and I've been up to Christ and up to see the Christ in Rio, and I've been Machu Picchu and the Mekong, and God knows what all the traveling that I've done. I wouldn't wish for any of that money back. Even the negative places I've been to, it's still a traveling experience. Like that bloke mentioned Panama. I mean, I've never actually been to Panama, but a traveling experience, even a negative one, is still, it's still worth that. I don't regret any of the money that I've ever spent on traveling. Definitely not. Yeah, Matthew Cartwright. The problem with nice weather in England is you get more dinghy people crossing the channel. Yeah, apparently there's record numbers of them coming over. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, guys, I play with myself outside in the sunshine and spunked on it. Well, good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Martin Ryder, £3.30 for a small beer, no percent. Yeah, I would rather. Well, it was refreshing, but I must admit, I was thinking, and I was drinking it out of a bottle. Apparently, they pour it into a glass and you go and sit outside with it. But I was in this bar on a nice sunny day, and I was thinking, well, yeah, it did cross my mind, £3.30 for that. Not really worth it. Hey, Ivan, Tucker Carlson on the latest episode into the guy who slept with Barack Obama. No, we can't say that on here. We can't say that. We can't say that. I'm sure Barack Obama is old man. I'm sure he's old man. Let's see. Matthew Cartwright, Birmingham Labour Council has just filed for bankruptcy. I wonder why. I know why they filed for bankruptcy, because they've spent the last 40 years, the police force looking for Benny at a crossroads. I mean, Benny went missing at a crossroads without a word to anyone. And that was about 40 years ago. The police force have probably spent a bloody fortune looking for him. That's the reason it's gone bankrupt. Paul Hoskin, the government may ask us to adopt a migrant once the hotels are full. Listen, if all those sexy Bulgarian girls no, they're in the European Union, they're not migrants. But if all those, sexy birds from exotic countries want to come over to this country, then I personally will house them, and they can all stay in my bedroom. That's what. Anyway, Yours travels. He's living the right life of rally. Yours travels. Hopefully, September and October stay warm. Then I'm off for the full winter. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, yours travels is also saying that ULEZ is a joke. Well, this is it happening in London. This is the ultra low emission zone, and people are paying £12.50 a day. For cars that don't comply, and it's hitting the poor people more. Now, there's been an awful lot of this in the media, but Sadiq Khan is being lambasted a lot. Well, some say he is a bastard, but anyway, he's being lambasted there. Quite a lot. And what was interesting, this interview with Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan was kind of agreeing with him, it's air pollution in London. But I think it seemed like an opportunity for Piers Morgan to tell people that he drives an Aston Martin, and like I said, we really need to know that anyway. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, the air pollution. I don't live in London, but if the air pollution is really as bad as they say, and if I could afford it, then I'd be more concerned with the air pollution and the effect it's going to have on me. But other people say it's a load of bollocks. But I don't live in London, so I can't really comment on that. Mickey Berkshire, evening, Ed. Just back from 2 weeks in Pattaya. Bar's very quiet, but plenty of bar girls. Yeah, well, that's more or less what I've heard anyway. But then again, it is, that's you've been there in August, which is the low of the low season. So, plenty of bar girls. Well, hopefully you had your fun, mate. Martin Ryder, I'm willing to adopt two 20-year-old Ukrainian girls, but the wife has said no. What wasn't there? Well, wasn't there some family adopted a Ukrainian girl, and the husband buggered off with her? But later she swindled him, didn't she? Your poetic justice. Repair shop says respect to the blade runners. Okay. Repair shop. Okay, we can't put that on there. Gemini Star doesn't like Martin Ryder. None of these people obviously know more about Sadiq Khan than I do. Yours travels. Kipax, I would love Trump to get back here and make America fly. He's a character, isn't he? He's a bloody character. He's a character. What's it? But he's they're all getting old. These politicians falling asleep on the bloody stage and all of this kind of stuff. But at least Trump, if he got in, he's fun. Seaside Freddy doesn't like him. The Orange Menace is headed for prison. Okay. Wells 32, thank you for that super chat, mate. Wells 32, Eddie the Bed in the Nova Gold. Oh, Ed, the Nova Gold. I stayed in the Nova Gold. Did you look at my review of the Nova Gold? I don't remember how hard the bed was. I remember how hard I was, but not the bed. The bed in the Nova Gold was hard. Well, I don't remember that bit, but I do remember it. It's a good hotel, and hopefully you had a good time there. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself there. Anyway, thanks for that super chat. The Clonmouth one, Sadie Khan, reminds me of Jimmy Carr, only Carr is funny. Just got to grab her there, diet ginger beer. Yo! Oh my God, who needs beer? That's lovely. Diet ginger beer out of the co-op. Love it. Okay, Sadie Khan reminds me of Jimmy Carr, only Carr is funny. I think Sadiq Khan is a funny little character, but I'm surprised on that interview how I don't know if for someone who's mad, he's so mild man. He just doesn't strike me as a commanding personality at all, really. He sounds like someone who's some quiet little chappy in the back of the crowd somehow. I don't get him, really. I don't get him. And as for Jimmy Carr, I can't bloody stand him. He's not funny. Matthew Cartwright, he doesn't like Khan either. He doesn't like Khan either. I'm not a Londoner, so he doesn't really affect me in that way. Citizen Mikey, the dinghy people complained in Scotland the other day. Apparently, the hotels here are not good enough. Oh, oh, cheeky bastards. That's all I can say. Cheeky bastards. Cheeky bastards. Bottle baby, different cultures in UPM. I like cultures. Martin Ryder, Whitebridge is now 30% of London. Can't be re-elected next year by a landslide. I'll never ever live in London. It's not my city. I did live there once for about 6 months, and I couldn't wait to get out the place. Great city to visit, terrible city to live in. But that was about 35 years ago, something like that, when I lived there for about 6 months. And I've very rarely been back there since, so it's not my city, not my city. But it is Britain's capital city. S Travels 4K. I played myself outside in the canals, lovely sunshine, and spunked in the grass belt. Okay, good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. I'll be quiet about that. Good for you, anyway, mate. It's your equipment, so you have fun with it. Seaside Freddy, great fishing in offshore Panama. Okay, I've never been to Panama. Like I say, I went to, in that part of the world, I went to bits of Mexico. I went to Belize, Costa Rica, which I thought was a bit overrated, and Nicaragua was my favorite country out of those parts. I really thought that was a lot of fun. Nicaragua, very raw edge, very characterful, and some great live bands as well in Nicaragua. Good. I met quite a few Americans in Nicaragua, and they loved the place. They absolutely loved it. Yeah, I mean, it's a good place. Good place. Citizen Mikey, I was in Seoul back in 2018 and loved it. Cracking city. Okay. Matthew Cartwright. Notice how everyone who was in charge of keeping the borders secure are not originally from this country. Well, most of the people who run our country, their parents were actually born in Africa, weren't they? the ones who appear to be Asian, but the parents were actually born in Africa. I think you'll find. I watch History Debunked a lot, and he does make, a lot of. And funny enough, I was watching History Debunked today, Simon Webb, and he said something about how Sweden's a country I haven't been to. I don't know that country. Maybe because it's notoriously expensive. But he said he lived in Sweden once. And when you're young, I mean, in the days of ABBA, when you're a kid and you see ABBA on the TV, you think, old Swedish birds are like that. And, there's something exotic about that country and something sexy and all that. And apparently he said that it used to be like that. All the girls used to go topless and they were quite, free and easy about, rumpy bumpy and all that. He said Sweden was a bit boring, but well, this is bloody sound boring. That sounds like quite a good place, really. But apparently now it's knackered up with all kinds of stuff going on with Albanians and, this is what you get for being kind to these backward countries. Sweden has been very, very kind and helpful to these backward countries. And now they've got bloody crime and the girls are afraid to get the titties out because they're going to be laid at by people of other cultures. It's disgraceful, absolutely disgraceful. Anyway, where are we? Yeah. Repair shop. I saw you on Twitter following porn. No, I don't do that on Twitter. I don't do that at all. But there's probably a lot better sites to do that sort of thing. And it wasn't me. And or it might have been someone impersonating me. Or you might be a bloody liar because I've never heard of you anyway. Let's see. Bobby Cross, Eddie, Bobby Cross, Eddie, will you stay in any more £38 a night bamboo huts on this? No. I won't stay in any more of them. No. I didn't like that place. I didn't like that. I mean, I was on the island of Koh Lipe. I didn't put the name of the hotel on there simply because it wasn't a very, very good review that I gave. But bamboo huts, mosquitoes, I got fed up with mosquitoes and bamboo huts and 38 quid a night. The island of Koh Lipe is a lovely island, but I wasn't impressed with some things. I wasn't really impressed. The island was beautiful, the beaches and all that, fantastic. But the idea of bamboo, I won't stay in any more bamboo huts. Not a big fan of those. Mozzies, cockroaches, no, not for me, mate. Definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, Mister is here. Jill Biden got the antivirus again, 6 shots already. One producing, oh God, Jesus Christ, Jesus, that's awful. That is awful. Yeah, but yours travels. Never regret any of your travel, guys, even France. Okay? Yeah, okay, I agree with you. I mean, the thing is, that, no matter how much money, and I've spent a small fortune on travel in the last 20 odd years, 25 years, whatever. I don't regret any, even countries which I haven't been impressed with. I wasn't impressed with Bulgaria when I went there, although, because I was, it was such a long time ago, and I was just getting into me travel then. And I found it a bit of an awkward country to get around in a few other places. But I don't regret going there because somebody mentioned that this evening. Someone mentioned Africa. And I don't regret going to any places. You've got to. I mean, the people who spend their whole lives going down a bloody social club and visiting Blackpool every now and again. They're the ones who will regret. I can look back and think of all these wonderful places I've been. Don't regret any of it. Don't regret any of it. Yeah, Mister Invexmin 4 cents a pill before. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Super Adventures. I played myself. He was bloody playing with themselves, and oh my God Almighty, my God! Another one. Issa Man is here. Issa Man's not going to talk about that. Issa Man, Thailand got a government now, so they should decide what they're going to change on the retirement visa requirements, and if it's a deal breaker for some of what's left in Southeast Asia. But Cambodia and the Philippines, They got a government now, so they say, okay, we'll see what's coming anyway. We'll see what's coming. I mean, I've got it in mind that around about April or May, that's when I'm going to be heading away. That's when we're heading away, and I can't wait. I'll be going abroad indefinitely. Okay, a lot of people don't like Sadiq Khan. Yourself, he said, man, I'm holding off getting my 60-day tourist visa, as apparently they might offer that on entry from November, but Thai government. Well, yeah, because I mean, the surrounding countries now you can get 90 days. You can get 90 days from Vietnam. You can get 90 days from Malaysia. As for Cambodia, well, you can get 30 days in arrival, but you can extend that quite easily. I mean, Thailand seems to have the most awkward visa. I'm just going to fast forward a little TG. Yours travels. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you for that super chat, yours. Cheers to you, mate. Grab a couple of steaks on me, Ed. Be gutted you're not in Pattaya when I'm there this year. But we'll head to Trenchtown again and the fish and chips guy. Good for you, mate. Trenchtown's cool. And the fish and chips guy, they do a lovely fish and chips cart. Enter to LK Metro. Well, good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. Thanks for that super chat. So let me just go back, see what I missed. I'm gonna let's see. I always enjoy McLaren. I always enjoy going to London, Ed. It's an occasion if you don't live there, but it does seem detached from the rest of the country. What I know about London as a British person is that the London you grow up dreaming about doesn't exist anymore. I'm pretty convinced of that. I mean, what did I think of London when I was growing up? I was brought up in Liverpool. When we had, we only had 3 TV channels when I was a kid, and everything seemed London based. You seen TV programs that was set in London. You seen TV programs with images of London, old black and white movies with London, and you seen even London, Sunday night at the London Palladium on TV. It was a top show. And as a kid growing up in Liverpool, I got the feeling that London is the place to be. That's the place that you want to go, and that's the mecca of everything. And then when I went to live there eventually, it was the most disappointing place to live. I couldn't wait to get out of it. So I don't really have a relationship with London. Heathrow Airport's about the only place in London I go. Yeah, Bobby Crush. I won't be coming to the defense of any lefty women or their daughters. Well, I mean, left. Well, I don't know. I can't comment on that, mate. Like I say, you said it. You said it, not me. Paul Hoskin, naked adults only. Jesus, you're gonna get me banned from bloody YouTube. I better. Citizen Mikey. Sweden is apparently the rape capital of Europe. It must be bad if it beats Germany. Over 300 gang rapes. Oh, sickening. Absolutely sickening. I said, absolutely sickening. Wells 32. I spent 10,000 in Pattaya. How long was that for? How long were you there again? Pattaya, 10 grand. Is that British? Is that British grand? You can stay for the whole year on 10 grand. 10 grand, 10,000. Is that pounds? Is it pounds? That's a lot of money. Super Adventures. Someone has pretended to be others on this chat using their profile. I've had my own profile. I've had my own profile cloned. I don't let it get me down. I don't let it get me down. Okay. Martin Ryder, when you leave the UK, you can auction off your squeaky door to one of your subscribers. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a nice little collector's item. That is. Bobby Crush, Eddie, you'd be better off playing safe and making the move to Asia as quick as you can. If they start these lockdowns again, none of us will be going in. Yeah, but that will be, if the lockdown comes in, that will only be temporary anyway. It'll only be temporary. So anyway, a little quick question. A quick question here, okay? Nick Ross says you can get 1 year visa for Cambodia, and apparently you can renew it quite easily. Yeah, it all seems fine and dandy, but these countries have a habit of changing their mind at the last moment. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't guarantee that that's going to go on too long. Okay, so no, can't put that on there. Okay, so this question here. Okay, supposed to be a bloody question mark. Edit that. Okay, there you go. That's better. Okay, so this incident, I seen this news report today. Okay, seen this news. What am I taking that off for? What am I bloody doing there? What am I doing that for? Okay. This news report, right? It's about an aeroplane. That's an aeroplane there. That's a picture of an aeroplane there. Okay, Delta flight makes U-turn over diarrhea incident. A Delta flight from Atlanta to Barcelona was forced to turn around because of what the pilot says was a biohazard issue after the passenger had diarrhea on board. Media reports say. Flight 194 was 2 hours into its journey on Friday evening when the pilot reportedly asked to head back. He said the passenger had diarrhea all the way through the airplane. Well, when you say all the way through the airplane, I mean trail. Oh, God almighty. The plane was cleaned and completed its journey the next day. According cleaned its journey next day. We've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane. All the way through the airplane. Does that mean all along the... Oh, Jesus Christ. So they want us to come back to Atlanta. In a statement to the Insider Web, Delta confirmed there had been a medical issue on board, which meant the plane had to return to Atlanta to be cleaned. Delta flight 194 from Atlanta to Barcelona returned to Atlanta following this medical issue. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, we don't need to speak any more about that. So the question is, where is the worst place you've had the... How could I put it? Wasn't there an actor called Jimmy Smits? He used to be on TV programs. He was a sort of an Asian-looking sort of guy. He was popular on American TV. So, where's the worst place you've had the Jimmy Smits? Okay, I think we'll call it that. So let's see. Where are we now? Okay. Yeah, Paul Hoskin, was it Scat Airlines? Okay. Cab over Mike, I will never complain about a flight ever again. McLaren condemned that plane. Oh my, that was the bloody stuff. I mean, but it says, it was, what was the phrase? Did it say that all through the plane, all through the flight? Does that, to me, that means the way they phrased it, that means from his seat, wherever he's sitting, all the way to the toilet. And imagine like there's a queue for the toilet. Imagine there's a queue on because you've been to the toilet on an airplane. There's a bit of a queue there. How can you wait when you've got that happening? It was obviously, oh my God. Ed Ventures, feel sorry for anyone in the jet stream. Your travels will be worth a fortune on scat sites, okay? Gemini Star? Oh, no. David Coleman. Nice to hear from you, David Coleman, okay? Bottle Baby, there is a face for everything, okay? McLaren F1 race, snakes on a plane. Jesus Christ, I mean, I think there were snakes on a plane. I think everyone would have a diarrhea. Jesus Christ. That was a good movie, that. Roger Manifold, sounds like a prolapse. Who's this? Adventures must have flown with Aeroplop. Okay. Bobby Crust, they should have just put the gas masks on to avoid the smell. But it must have been really bad. I mean, really, really bad if they had to, land the airplane, or return the airplane, man, and go back to the takeoff point. Jesus Christ. Gavin Harper, Police Recruitment Day. Let's see, Martin Ryder, New Delhi. Okay. David Coleman, Eddie, I'm at an outside pub drinking beer and it's 33 Celsius. Oh my God. Good for you, mate. Enjoy it while it's there. Daniel Mills, okay. Vin Valentine, Spunkin. I think shit on the plane would be a more accurate title for that one, wouldn't it? Matthew, he's answering the question. Beijing, 14 in one day. So you actually counted them, did you? Jesus Christ. I want to play with through his shit stuff. Okay. Seaside Freddy. Okay. Jesus Christ. Awful. Bottle Baby. Now, this stream has become fun. Okay, let's have a bit of a laugh. I mean, it probably wasn't much fun for them. The worst, I mean, on an airplane. I mean, we've all had that, eating stuff. But for him, for them to have to turn the plane round. How much does that cost to actually turn the plane round? I mean, that must have been really, really severe. Imagine the poor passengers, holding the bloody noses. Jesus Christ Almighty. Andrew Hammond on the toilet, but forgot to lift up the seat. Oh, Jesus Christ. Paul Hoskin trying to keep it in during the massage. Now, this is it, you see. Do you do this, guys? Right? Do you do this? I do. If you're going to have a massage, any type of massage, don't eat before the massage. Go and have a meal after the massage, not before it. I mean, does anyone actually do that? Does anyone actually have a meal and then go for a massage? I wouldn't. I'd rather have a massage on an empty stomach. Yeah, I'll have a drink, but I'll make sure, I pee myself, to make sure, I'm nice and clear and all that kind of stuff. But, I empty all the food out of my system. I don't eat before a massage. No way. Because when that lovely girl is doing whatever she's doing with her hands, I don't want my stomach or or any gas, repeating on me or anything. I don't want any of that. It's after you've had the massage and you feel fantastic. That's when you can do all your eating. Yeah, keeping it in during the massage. I've never had that problem. Vietnam Viking on a train and trying to hold on. Okay. Cab over Mike. Nick Ross, Cairo, a Mobatic dysentery. Okay. David Coleman says Mexico City. I'm not a fan of Mexican food, to be honest with you. No, I don't trust Mexican food. I went to India for a month, and that's obviously notorious for the old Delhi belly. And I found the first couple of weeks was fine. I had food, and not a problem. It was the second half of the holiday. That's when I had the problem. Bloody awful it was. And you just can't feel. You've got to be near the toilet all the time. David Marchant, Nottingham Burger King. Okay. I don't like Burger King. That's one place. I only ever go in there once every 6 months. No, sorry, once every 6 years. Yeah, yeah. When I go in Burger King, I realise why I only go in there once every 6 years. Bloody awful stuff. Yours travels. My last trip to France and Spain. First night in Salou car camp, and I needed to go at 3 a.m. It was like a Benny Hill show. I mean, to me, a guy who had that chronic problem on an aeroplane, okay, on an aeroplane, he must have been eating when he shouldn't have been eating. If well, I mean, it's possible that the diarrhea might have just come. He's obviously pre-booked the flight. It might have just happened maybe hours before he got on the aeroplane. But if you can see it coming, then just don't eat. But then again, I mean, I don't know. Maybe carry a nappy with you or whatever. Sounds awful. Bobby Crush. I had diarrhea on the Walter when I spun round a flew out and I want a coconut. like it. Bloody good stuff. Oh, I gotta remember that one, man. I gotta remember that. Yogi Bear, they should have stayed in the seat and asked for a car. Oh God Almighty. McLaren, I can't pee when there's people talking at the door. Adventures, that's what you get for flying with Guff answer. Okay, fair enough. So, Martin Ryder, I shite myself on a plane while taking 20 milligrams of Valium. Oh, Jesus Christ. So the videos. I'm not going to repeat that. Harvey Wisdom, nice to hear from you, Harvey. Ratner Airlines. Okay. Nice to hear from you. I met Harvey. Met him in Koh Samui. I hope all's well, mate. Gemini Star. He might have been an old boy that couldn't control his bowels. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Arg. Yeah, Arg. Okay. Arg. This stream is all over the place. Why don't you read the comments first? You're so far behind in the chat as usual. Arg. Yeah, you're appropriately bloody name. No, I think your name should be Ugg. I think that's what it should be. Bottle baby. The flight at the top of the story to revel in later on in their career. Okay. Adventures. Apparently still clearing the skin mask the runway after landing. Okay. Ginger Joe, Moldova, could not find a chemist for one whole day and had to find a loo every hour. Eventually found one and they did not speak English, so I had to do sign language. Got them in here. Jesus Christ Almighty! And when you gotta go, you gotta go. You don't want anything to delay you, do you? Okay, McLaren. Oh my God. It's getting really, really vulgar, this. Mind you, I'm the one who started it off. Adventures. This supposed to be the most expensive shit in history. Bottle baby. 25 to 35,000 to return. God Almighty. Bobby Crush. Sounds like he should have someone EasyJet said the Pringles are £9.50. Gemini Star, it definitely wasn't Ryanair. They would never turn the plane around. Okay. David Coleman, I made the mistake of eating one time before the massage. I did feel like I had to go. That's it. Don't make that mistake. I'm always clear. I don't, if I'm going to have an afternoon of a daytime of an afternoon, what am I saying? If we're going to have a massage of a daytime in the afternoon, I don't really eat. I don't have breakfast. I'll have coffee, and I may have a couple of beers, and then I'll pee myself and clear myself out, and I'll go for a nice massage when so there's nothing there to repeat on me. And then after I've had the massage, that's when I'll go and have a nice roast dinner or whatever I have. But don't eat before the massage. Jesus Christ. The way some of these girls throw you around, you don't want to be doing that. Bilbao Kelso. Ed, I was in cars with lots of friends walking to the town centre. I had white shorts on. I told them so, I think of myself to my friends, started laughing. And, oh, Jesus Christ. Lester Bangs, the pilot explained, one passenger in particular is going through a bit of turbulence. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, Paul, I was going to show about the plate. Okay. Yes, Travels. You obviously don't know how Eddie does things. Yeah, absolutely. His name should be Ugg. Seaside Freddy, my favourite clip of the Orange Menace is boarding a plane and oh Jesus Christ Almighty. Okay. There you go. Yogi Bear, give Arged your Bernie Winters. Okay, Bernie Winters, one half of the worst comedy duo of the 1970s. Bernie Winters' catchphrase was awful, bloody awful, terrible, absolutely dreadful. Bobby Crush, the airline said he was over his baggage limit, so he emptied his colostomy bag on the airplane. Oh God, this is getting old. This is getting really, really filthy. Okay, so we're gonna I think we've had enough of that one. That was a bit filthy, that disgusting. But the worst place I ever had diarrhea. Well, I've had it in. Unfortunately, I've had it in a hotel. It hasn't really. It's actually. I've actually realised I've got it when I've been in a hotel, and I've just let it ride while I've been in the hotel. So I mean, out in public, if you got that, just don't go out in public or don't eat anything. Just don't eat anything. Let's see. Yours Travels. Yeah. Yourselves, I'm really enjoying these last few streams. Not talking about the boat people. Travel talk is why we're all originally here. Okay, fair comment. We'll do a bit of travel, but we've got something else anyway. I'm just gonna squeaky door time. I'm gonna play this. Okay. Where are we now? Okay, so anyway, let's let me grab something a minute. Okay, so anyway, here's something else. Oh, Englishman in Malta is here. Englishman, even had been a wet and stormy Malta. Really? A wet and stormy. And here's us having nice weather over there. Englishman in Malta's got a fine channel. So please don't. It's sorry, no. What am I saying? Please check him out. He's got a really fine channel, and Malta sounds like a lovely place. So never mind, mate. It'll be nice and sunny there pretty soon, and we'll be having all the stormy weather. Nice to hear from you. Anyway, where are we now? Okay, so anyway, this woman here, let's get a picture of this woman here. Okay. Who's this woman here? Anyone? Anyone know this? I've never seen her before, but she was in the news quite a bit yesterday. Looks like quite a nice woman. Nice. Looks like a nice, pleasant enough woman. I'll just switch this one in case anyone wants to call in. Okay. So she looks like a nice woman. She does. So yeah, somebody said, Gemini Star, that's my next door neighbour. Yeah, Ginger Joe says Kevin Keegan. Bobby Crush says the education minister. Someone else said Gillian Keegan. Okay. No, I've never heard of it because I don't bother that much with politics. You know, they're all, here today, gone tomorrow politicians. Okay. Bobby Crush, she's doing it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Now, basically, this boring news story, all of a sudden, like the news is saturated with schools being old and decrepit and about to fall down. I mean, how long have they been? They've been standing up. All of a sudden, everyone's panicking about schools, and the news is getting really boring about it. But she was doing an interview, a TV interview. This nice woman here. This nice woman here. There's a picture of her there. Nice woman there. She was doing a TV interview, right? And basically, when she thought the cameras were switched off, she started effing and blind. And who's doing an effing job? Does anyone say credit us for for effing this and effing that and all of that? Really. So the question is, McLaren says McLaren's after the shag. Nick Ross says potty mouth. Okay, hard tulip. Nice to hear from you, mate. Okay. Yes, she's the concrete sakes woman. Okay, fair enough. So anyway, the question is, get your bloody act together. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, so the question is, have you ever been anywhere in a social environment, a club or any kind of social environment, and you've seen a woman there, and you thought, she looks like a nice woman there. I think I'll go and say hello to her for whatever reason. And she looks like quite a nice woman. And you go up to her and say, hello, my name's Eddie, nice to meet you, and all of this kind of stuff. Thinking you're going to have a pleasant conversation. And then within about 60 seconds of talking to her, you've decided to yourself, oh my God, what a foul-mouthed, gobby bitch. What a gobby, mouthy, gobby, foul-mouthed bitch. And I thought she was a nice woman, and she's, so the question is, are gobby, foul-mouthed women the biggest turn-off? I mean, what turns you off in a woman? For me, a woman may be a good-looking woman, but when she's mouthy, gobby, with a foul mouth, it's a real turn off. That is. Adventures. Is she the one creating it? But no, she isn't. Yeah, Englishman and Malta, they're all bullshitters, all sweet to your face, and then they script. Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that, mate. Well said. Nick Ross. Okay, I'm not putting that on the screen. I already did, yeah. McLaren, is it Labour by any chance? No, I believe she's a Conservative. Eastern man, Eddie talking shite again. Okay, fair enough. Cab over, Mike. Avoid the fat tattooed ones. Okay. Gemini Star, fat English women are an absolute turn off. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but the thing is, they don't have to be fat and ugly. I mean, I've met some women, some girls who are good looking. You see them at a distance, she's good looking. But as soon as you hear that big, gobby, mouthy bitch of a mouth, I think women who have a big, gobby, mouthy, foul-mouthed mouth do not realize what an absolute turn off that is. It's a big, and worse when women are really vulgar. You know, just a good looking bird. You know, if she's got a mouth, you know, a gobby mouth, you should tell her, you know, sorry, babe, you're a good looking girl. Why do you have to be such a gobby, mouthy bitch? You know, do you not realize that turns men off? You know, I mean, I thought you were a good looking woman when I came over to say hello, and now you're sounding like a gobby, foul mouthed, mouthy bitch. It's a huge turn off. Huge turn off. Who's that? Bobby Crush. All the women I speak to are always effing and blind, and every time I approach a woman in a bar, they tell me to F off. Okay. Apparently, I think she is from Liverpool. I think she is a Scouser. I think she is. I mean, it's not like Scouse women to swear, is it? Like hell, it is. Englishman and Malta likes gobby women. Okay, you can have that one. Bilbao, Kelso, Ed, if she's here, she can say anything she wants. Okay. I wonder how many people watched my movie recommendation last night. Strip nude for your killer. Oh, there you go. Italian hairy women, absolutely gorgeous. Paul Hoskin. What's the best chat up line? Who's this? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Who am I speaking to?
Who do you think you're speaking to?
I believe is it David Marchant?
No.
Okay, so who am I speaking to then?
Come on. One guess.
Is it yours?
Oh, it certainly is.
Okay, nice to hear from you, Yoz. Nice to hear from you. How's it going? How's it going?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
So you have a glass of wine in your hand?
Well, that sounds a bit hard to beer.
Yeah, you're on the beer now, yeah?
Yeah, certainly am, matey.
Okay, so you're enjoying the nice weather out in your garden then today?
I've been a great day. Well, a good day off today, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds wonderful. Oh, yeah, you're living a good life, yours anyway. Better than most people. Better than most people. I mean, you're enjoying yourself while you're in the UK. You've got your travels. You've got a very enviable lifestyle. Good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you.
No, to be honest, the first 20 years of my life was hard work, mate. Until the last 3 or 4, 5 years.
Yeah. So anyway, what do you think of this? What do you think of this Gillian Keegan, whatever? Not a bad looking woman.
I haven't seen too much of it. All I know is she's the concrete one that's talking about the schools collapsing.
Yeah. Apparently she's from Liverpool originally, but I mean it's a real turn off when you hear a woman effing and blinding. I mean, I know they've got a right to do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The thing is. So anyway, are you while we're here? Are you looking forward to your? I bet you are looking forward to your travels.
Yeah, I can't wait, but you can't wait.
Yeah, you're going at beginning of November.
Yeah, 16th of November, 16th.
16th of November, and you're staying out there for 4 months this time, yeah?
It's going to be at least 3 to 4 months, yeah. It just depends on the visa. I might do it. I might nip over to the Philippines or Vietnam for a few months. I don't know.
Well, if you haven't been there yet, they're well worth to visit. I still think, I mean, overall, Thailand's got the most to offer out of those countries. But Vietnam and they're all worth a visit. They're all well worth a visit. Vietnam, it's you know, I seen a video the other day, and someone was going on about Vietnam, Saigon looking more like Las Vegas in this day and age. It was beginning to look a little bit like that last time I was there.
In the next 20 years, they're all going to end up like Singapore.
Yeah.
You give it a few years. I'm looking at the trolls in the chat. Hate the accent. Go and rob a car. I'm looking at trolls.
Oh, I love it. I like the trolls as well. If they're funny.
I just actually love the trolls to actually turn the phone on.
Yeah.
And tell me what they're doing and make their lives.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, Bobby Crush says he's from Liverpool. I don't mind what I think he is anyway. I don't mind what the women look or talk like as long as their tattoos are spelled correctly. It used to be a joke, didn't it? What is a young man going on the clubs in Liverpool? I used to say, I can tell you're a classy girl. You know to spell your tattoos right. Yeah.
That's where Bobby's from, Crosby.
He's from Crosby, yeah. That's what that was. I mean, and for me, when I was growing up, Crosby was like an exotic destination. You used to get I actually remember it when they had a sandy beach there, and that hasn't been around for a long time, has it?
Yeah, they built up the statues on Crosby. Like they must have put about 20. No, it was more. It was nearly 50 bronze statues on Crosby Beach. But
yeah,
half of them are gone now. They've been weighed in.
Yeah. But David Coleman says he hates women that smoke and swear. It's just disgusting. Okay.
Don't worry, David Coleman hates me too.
Oh. Repair Shop says Scotland is #1 for fat birds. I don't know. I've seen some nice Scottish women. I don't believe that.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. There's nothing wrong with a fat bird for a one-night stand because they'll give you the best one night you'll ever have.
Yeah. But it's getting it out of the door the next day, isn't it? I mean, the thing is, if you
gotta push really hard.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you cop, no, but I mean about your neighbours seeing it. I mean, if you cop off with a fit bird, yeah, you know, you want all your neighbours to see her. You know, the next morning when she leaves, you probably slam the door to wake the neighbour because you want them all to see her. Whereas if if you've got Hattie Jakes with you, like, you know, you'll try and sneak it out quietly, you know.
That's why I say the quick save bag.
Yeah. Okay. Englishman and Malta likes gobby women that can take 6 inches. Tony Edwards. I went to Manchester. It was full of foul-mouthed muppets. Well, I mean, the thing is, I mean, Liverpool women can be quite foul-mouthed. Can not all of them. Not all of them. I mean, some of them. It depends what parts of Liverpool they come from. There's some parts of Liverpool where they're actually quite posh, aren't they? If you go to Walton and Allerton, places like that. But it's I don't think class really goes with being a gobby woman. I mean, you know, a gobby woman, like, you know, can be a working class or a middle class, can't she? I've met some middle class women who've just got mouths like sewers. They're probably you know, they think it's clever to you know, to use foul language.
I cannot believe actually I'm being back to Liverpool just a weekend away.
Yeah. Ard Tulip says UK women's cricket players have just been awarded the same pen as men. Okay, fair enough. David Coleman says fat women with tattoos on and blue hair and nose rings. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, but I mean, what do you think of gobby women? Yours, I mean, do you think they're a big turn off? Do you?
I don't know, maybe because obviously growing up in Liverpool,
Yeah.
I think probably 5 in 10 women are gobby, aren't they? So you can't get used to why you live in Liverpool, but
yeah,
it's the same when you live in Liverpool. You got gobby men like me, haven't you? So
yeah, but I mean, so you know, some women. I mean, if you've ever worked with the public, you know, occasionally you'll come across a woman who's so mouthy and thinks she's funny and you know whatever you think. Oh, yeah, and all you can think of, Christ, I feel sorry for your husband. I do. I really, really, really do. Yeah, you know what I mean. He has my deepest sympathy. I mean, I actually think that's a big turn off a gobby woman. I really, really do. Even a good looking girl can sometimes, you know, be a turn off if she's got a big mouth. Gemini Star says, you sound so different over the phone. Okay.
I sound so different from being alive to a phone.
Yeah. I think that's what he meant. Yeah, Ian Bowden says, gobby cows are a big turn off. Okay. Let's see.
My two main relationships in life have ever been with English. Anyway, I've been with a Mexican and a Thai bear. So.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. So what was the Mexican bear like? I mean, Mexico there was.
So it's a good story with I'm still good mates with Anna.
Yeah.
I met her in a place called Bootle.
Yeah.
You know, Liverpool, know where Bootle is.
I know where. Yeah.
His dad was from Mexico City and mum was from Bootle.
Oh yeah.
And we were together about 4 or 5 years of childhood sweethearts in school, and then.
Oh yeah.
I ended up moving over to Mexico when I was 21.
Really?
But I only hacked it for like 7 months, and then ended up coming home. But we're still best mates. There was no way I could stay in Mexico. It just wasn't a place for me. I enjoyed it. I loved Cancun.
Yeah.
Mexico. There's loads of places I love, but. It's not a place where I could live full time.
Yeah, I went to I couldn't get into Cancun. I just thought it was kind of brash and uninviting, and I didn't really like it. But I thought Playa del Carmen was much nicer.
I was pretty young, mate, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think Playa del Carmen, that was a much more likable place. And one thing about Mexico, it's got lovely beaches, beautiful beaches there. It really, 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 really nice.
Yeah, I enjoy Cozumel. Cozumel was a nice place, just off Cancun as well.
Yeah.
Cozumel.
Oh yeah. I'll have to. Yeah, you know, I've always been meaning to pay another visit to Mexico. It's probably a big country and lots to offer, but I think at the time I went there, I was more interested in going to the other countries. You know, Nicaragua and Belize and all of those kind of places.
If there's anyone in the live that is going over to Cancun and like for the holiday next, there's a little island called Isla Mujeres.
Yeah.
It's about a 40-minute ferry ride from Cancun. You can hire a golf buggy for the day.
Yeah.
And we have we have drive-throughs for McDonald's and KFC.
Yeah.
We have drive-throughs for Corona beer.
Yeah.
You just drive around the island all day, and they'll serve you beer, and you can get hammered in your golf buggy all day.
Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds like paradise.
You always end up losing your deposit for the buggy, but
yeah,
it's a cracking day.
That sounds absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Englishman in Malta says gobby Western women. That's why most of us go to Asia to find soft-spoken women. I mean, yeah. I mean, I suppose. Yeah, I understand what he's saying. But there probably are some gobby. Have you ever come across a gobby Thai bird or a gobby Vietnamese bird? I did a Vietnamese girl once. She was a bit of a psycho. Yeah, you know, she wasn't so much mouthy, but it was just her attitude. She was like a bit of a schizo. Couldn't get her out of bed the next day, and when I tried to wake her up, she was shouting and you know, and I'm staying in bed, I am. And I think it got to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was in Nha Trang, the beach resort of Nha Trang. It got to 3 o'clock the next day, And when she finally woke up and sat in bed, she got her iPad out and started going on eBay shopping. I thought, God Almighty, get out of bed! Oh, Jesus Christ Almighty! But generally, Asian women are more soft-spoken, aren't they, than their British counterparts?
Yeah. Just answer Stephen Tuffy's question there. He said, just pick any Spanish up while I was there. Yeah, I can speak a little bit of Spanish, enough to order food. They say un poco, a little, or vámonos, hurry.
Yeah.
I picked up quite a bit while I was there, because obviously I haven't been there for years.
Yeah.
And I've lost a lot of it, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think there's a lot of cloning. I think there's a lot of cloning going on. I think there's David Coleman said it's not the real Nick Ross.
I tell you what, it's funny because I don't see none of David Coleman's comments, because obviously he blocked me. But I've been seeing loads of the fake David Coleman comments, which make me like, it's tickling me, it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
I just say to David Coleman, you're listening now, unblock me, son. Why are you blocking people like a big kid?
Okay. Well, we won't. Anyway, Ian Bowden. There is a guest who appears on Jeremy Vines sometimes, an ex-Big Brother star, Asian Scouser, very attractive. So she gets an Asian Scout. Actually, Asian women are beautiful. You know, as in Indian and that kind of way. Do you like Indian women? Do you? Some of them can be a bit mouthy.
Just like to say, what's going on, Dutch Ferran? Yeah, it's me.
Yeah,
Indian women. You know what? You can get some very good-looking Indian women.
Oh, too bloody right. Some of them are absolutely gorgeous, and they're quite funny as well. I think a lot of Thai women. Thai women are not so much. They're not so much gobby, but they can be, provocative. When you get a drunken Thai girl, they can be quite provocative, and
The hard Jules question there.
Yeah.
Yours, have you taken any elocution lessons? No, mate. You work on a building site all your life. You don't need to do that. You just earn the money and you'll travel, mate.
Yeah.
Try it once or twice.
Yeah. John Key says, Eddie, the average Thai bar girl is just as gobby and trashy as Sheila from Skelmersdale. Well, that's a matter of opinion. That I wouldn't have to exactly say that. I've met some nice Skelmersdale people, funnily enough.
Yeah, so have I. Them Skelmersdale beers on the digging apps are not bad.
Yeah, absolutely okay. Yeah, who's this? Ian Bowden says, fancy a trip to Bangladesh, yours or Ed. Bold was there. Bangladesh, would that be on your menu at all, yours?
No, I don't think in my lifetime, I don't think I'll see India, Pakistan, or any of the Iraq or Syrian or any of them places. I don't think I'll ever visit them, mate.
I went to India for about a month, and it was very, very colourful. Every place has got one word which is appropriate for it, and the word for India is colourful. It's a very, very colourful place, but it's not a culture. It sometimes in a moment, it just takes a moment to decide. It's not a culture for me. I like the Thai culture, the Vietnamese, the Southeast Asian culture, Vietnam. I mean, the culture that I found there in India wasn't really for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Indian people, but it's just not really the right place for me.
As I said earlier, in the last question you done about, have you ever felt uncomfortable and you needed to have a quick tom tit, a quick shit somewhere?
Yeah.
I was car camping that night, and I didn't have a hotel.
Yeah.
And it was literally a Benny Hill sketch. I was legging around looking for somewhere to empty me load, and not empty me load in a good way.
Yeah. Oh God Almighty, God Almighty! I'd tell you what. I'd say, do you know the worst? Well, no, not the worst place, but a place where I remember having a number two. It was actually in a field with a bunch of Ethiopians. I mean, I was traveling through Ethiopia by bus, and some of those bus journeys were long, maybe 10-hour bus journeys. And the bus stopped off in this roadside, and there was a field there, and all the Ethiopians, got off and went behind the bushes. And anyway, I mean, some of the Ethiopians, you know, were just having a number two in a field, and I thought, well, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I had this ship with a bunch of Ethiopians, and I thought that's one of the most cultural things that I've done. You know, whenever anyone says what kind of cultural things have you ever done in your life in another country, I always say, well, I once had a shit in the field with a bunch of Ethiopians.
Yeah, well, they used it as good compost, mate.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, okay, so Ben Fern K. Hi, Eddie. Ben here from Florida. Caught you. Nice to hear from you, from you, Ben. Hard Tulip says.
I like Florida. Florida and Orlando is probably one of my favorite places in the USA.
Yeah. I've never actually been to Florida. I'd like to see it. They have some bloody hurricanes, don't they? I mean,
yeah,
I watch, you know, I watch some of these property programs where you know, houses in Florida and all this kind of stuff. But if they're going to have hurricanes, I mean, Christ Almighty, I don't they have alligators there and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man.
I mean, imagine what.
I'd like to have a good chat with the clarinet one because I've been looking at quite a few videos for the Philippines the past like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
And I know Clyde F1, he's his new missus or his new girlfriend in the Philippines.
Yeah, yeah.
As I say, I've only got experience in Thailand, so
yeah.
When people talk about Cambodia and Vietnam and the Philippines, I don't know too much other than YouTube videos to watch.
Yeah.
But I don't think Cambodia appeals to me, mate.
It's a good country. It is a good country, Cambodia, and I loved it. You know what? One thing about it, it doesn't have the islands and the other stuff that stands out the way Thailand does. And the infrastructure of Cambodia, it's a bit more third world. But one thing that struck me when I went there was the people. The people are absolutely fantastic. I mean, you meet some real characters there. And I went to Sihanoukville first, and you know, Sihanoukville, and it was a very developing beach resort at the time, and it was likable enough. But when I went to Phnom Penh, people told me you won't like it there. And when I went there, I was there about half an hour, and I really literally fell in love with the place. I mean, so many characters around the riverside area. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, there's things happening with Cambodia, like Sihanoukville, the beach resort, is now a Chinese casino city.
Yeah, I've heard about that because I love me gambling weekends.
Yeah.
Going to Vegas.
Yeah.
And actually, Sihanoukville was on my list to go and spend a couple of weeks in Sihanoukville and lose a bit of money.
Yeah.
But apparently, it's not the same no more since COVID's happened. The Chinese have pulled all the money out of Sihanoukville. It's full of empty hotels. The building sites haven't started again after COVID. So I don't think Sihanoukville is the place it was.
Well, it's. I mean, God knows what's happening there. When I was in Cambodia, we ran about last Christmas time. I could have gone to Sihanoukville, but I thought I'd give it a miss, really, because I used to love that place. But it's kind of gone down. Yeah, you know, I don't know what the script is with it right now. So I went to Kampot instead.
What's that island? The island that on the way to Thailand that you can stop off by Sihanoukville.
The island of Koh Rong. It's beautiful there.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Lovely stuff. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, the water is absolutely fantastic.
I wouldn't mind stopping there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's lovely. It's full of like young backpacking types, but it's beautiful. You could go there from Sihanoukville. It's just there. I think it's about an hour away, but on the boat, or maybe less than that. I've stayed there a couple of times, and I'd go there again. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, what have we got here? McLaren is saying Philippines is nuts, Steve. 20 years behind Thailand, but be wary. The girls are just as wise about extracting cash. Okay, that's McLaren's. Let's see. So anyway, that's Clive's opinion of the Philippines.
The only good thing about being a scouser is that you kind of used to people trying to extract cash out. So
absolutely. Nick Ross says Cambodia amazing, but please don't go there as you'll screw it up. Well, sorry, mate, but I've been there many times, and It isn't me that screwed up. I don't believe that's the real Nick Ross anyway. Okay.
I'd just like to say thanks to John Key there. Thanks for the recommendation, or thanks for saying me and John Mitch are good guests.
Absolutely, yeah, terrific. We've had some good guests with us, being you tonight, John Mitch last night, and Clive was a good guest as well.
Clive's always a good guest. Clive's a great fella.
So anyone who thinks, a lot of people are reluctant to phone into that number, you know, they're reluctant to phone in because they think, well, it could be a scam number. It's not a scam.
No. The number's not a scam. The number's actually easier. So if there's guys on here that are worried about putting the face onto the camera,
yeah, absolutely,
show where they are, just phone the number up and get on it. I don't mind showing where I am. I don't mind going on camera. I don't mind phoning up. It doesn't bother me. I can never be bothered doing a YouTube channel. So the best thing for me to do is just jump on your channel, this channel, a few of the channels that I jump onto.
Yeah,
good for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, the thing is, I've got StreamYards here, but like what we had Sean Harris last week, sometimes StreamYards can be a bit hit and miss. He couldn't get a good signal. Hey, McLaren is saying Ed charges £20 a minute. He's been on here about 20 times. He'd be bankrupt by now if that was true. Okay. So anyway, yours. I'm going to finish this soon. Anyway, because it's a bit sweaty in here. Anyway, listen. Thanks for coming on. Anyway, you've been a great guest. Anyway, and
take care. All I'd say to all the guys in the chat is, don't worry, that number's safe. Just if you want to come on and have a chat, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Your face is out there, and I'm a scouse and my voice is a bit weird. Yeah, people put it all in the comments, but you know what? I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
So just everyone get on, give the experience. Who cares?
Okay. Well, one of these days, when I sit down and think about it, I'll get the right formula for this channel about the phoning and everything. But you know, it's just whatever I do. It's not perfect. But it seems to work. It works anyway. Listen, yours. It's great to talk to you. I hope the weather holds out well, and carry on drinking your wine and your beer in the back garden.
The wine's all finished there. They've got one beer left. I'll toast that to you and the guys.
Okay.
You take care. Have a good night, and I'll carry on with you.
Okay. All the best anyway, mate. Have a good evening anyway. Cheers. Cheers. Okay, so that was yours anyway. That was yours. I think we've had a good call there anyway. So we were like John Mitch last night, who gave great information. Clive, who's always fun, and yours Travels is always good when he comes on the show. So anyway, David Coleman says, Eddie, don't be cheap. Get yourself a moderator. I can get myself a moderator, but I mean, it takes all the fun out of it. If you think about it, if I had a moderator probably would have blocked people like Lisa Dale and who becomes minor celebrities on my show. A moderator would take all the fun out of it. You know what I mean? I mean, some of the best moments I've had here is when I've had me fun with trolls. You know, I like trolls, provided that they're not too offensive or don't say anything illegal or anything libelous. I don't mind them. Cab over Mike says he had a couple of hours in Vientiane. Awful. Vientiane is the least capital city I think I've ever come across. It's more like a town, really. Anyway, listen, guys, I've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. I'll tell you what I'll do. Seeing as David Coleman's in the chat. Okay. I'll say David Coleman's in the chat. He recommended, I'll get that off the screen. We don't need any gobby women here, okay? We don't need any gobby women, okay? David Coleman recommended I look at a documentary about Canada. And what is the question? Where is it? And I looked at this documentary about Canada. Now, Canada, I've never been to Canada. Canada was one of the most desirable countries to go to. But so I don't know the country personally, and I don't like commenting on countries I've never been to. But what is it with Canada? I looked at this documentary, which went on for about 40 minutes, and people in Canada they don't want to be there. They're so angry with the government and everything. So I'll just put this on the screen, so maybe some people can answer this one for me. It's not just about Canada. I'll phrase it like this. A final little question. Is anyone happy anyway? Why is it that people in Britain are not happy with what's happening in Britain? I've seen this documentary about Canada. All of these people are really disappointed in the country because it's become so woke. Some of them believe it's the woke capital of the world. Yeah, you know, people are not happy in America because they've got a president who falls asleep. So, Lord of Dreams says, Canadians are deluded. When I think of Canada, I think of a country that I'd like to see because I like landscapes. I'd like to see the landscapes of Canada. It's one of the biggest countries in the world, and it's got a population smaller than Britain. I'd like to see the landscapes. I think of the images of grizzly bears and, you know, and mountains and Canadian Mounties. And yet apparently it's like, you know, it's got a bit of an oddball prime minister or president or whatever he is. And this documentary, these people are living in this country. It's not long ago. Most British people would love to have gone to live there, emigrate to, and now they're saying that the country is, you know, is destroyed really. Yeah, Hard Shield says UK is overpopulated. I think that's the understatement of the year. David Coleman, I'm glad you watched the documentary on Canada I sent you, Eddie. I think it will open your eyes to why we're all unhappy here. I mean, they're unhappy with the government. I mean, what is it? Tell us more. I mean, all as I've seen is people who are unhappy that Canada, and I always thought Canada is a macho country. I seen images of Mounties, and I was thought Canadians, you know, lumberjacks and all of that. I always thought Canada was a macho country, and now it seems to have become a bit sissy, you know, because of all this woke shite. Yours travels. I'm happy once I travel. I haven't traveled to Canada. Okay. Cab over Mike. I'm happy in Billabong Bar. Gemini Star. Do you just even trust? I don't believe he is. I don't think he is. David Coleman says Canada is a great country. Country drives beautiful and the best in the world. It's just the government we have right now is terrible. Let me just grab a quick drink. Oh. You see, I don't believe what's happening in this world. I don't believe you know what's happening. I'm watching this documentary on Canada and all of these people. There's even a section in this documentary about Canada where these gay people are arguing with each other because one person uses the Q word to describe gays, and another one says you shouldn't use that word. And you know, these gays are arguing with each other. Why are people so discontented in their own country? British people seem to hate Britain nowadays. Canadians, you know, seem to hate Canada. Australians, you know, I bumped into an Australian guy last time I was in Pattaya, and he said I went back to Australia, but I had to come back here because Australia is boring. Is anyone ever happy anywhere? Scenery says it's difficult for people in Britain to be happy with cost of living, crime, etc. Watching people treated better from other countries, I think you mean. Yogi Bear, the time to go to Canada is coming up as the trees start to lose the leaves, all the different colours. Well, I can imagine. I'd like to go to Canada for the landscape. I'd like to get a boat out into one of those great lakes and, you know, and see the landscape and all of that. And yet I'm watching the documentary and all these people seem as miserable as sin being there. I don't understand it. Yeah, Kiki and Jasmine. I'm dreading going back to Ireland after my 4 months away. Never thought I would say that, but the country has changed so much. Really, yeah, you know. Okay, 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 okay. What is that? Yeah, Nicholas, you see today that Israel is threatened to deport all the Eritreans as they have caused so much trouble. They all emigrated, were given Israeli citizenship. Maybe the UK should do the same. Apparently, Eritreans, you go back some years, and they were so many illegal immigrants were coming from Eritrea. And really, most British people, if you said Eritrea, wouldn't even know where that country is. Apparently, it's somewhere close to Ethiopia. I mean, what the hell? I mean, what the problem with bloody immigrants is that they're coming to countries from countries that have got nothing to do with the European Union. That's probably one of the reasons why we pulled out. Citizen Mikey, that Canadian PM looks like a right oddball. London cab Thailand. Every country has got its own problems. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Cab over Mike. A friend of mine emigrated to Canada for 8 years and came back to the UK. David Coleman, sissy Canadians. You said it, Eddie. In my attitude, most of these young men have man buns there. Well, that's it. That's it. I mean, I would have thought if anywhere, going by the stereotypes, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I drink. Maybe you even listen to that. If you listen to the lyrics of that Monty Python song, they wear knickers and a bra. Is that the truth? Maybe Michael Palin and Monty Python knew something years ago that the rest of us didn't know. But I tend to think of Canadians like Alaska as big, hairy, macho men. I don't imagine them being woke. I would have thought they'd be the last people who would be woke. Nick Ross, you want landscapes? Go to Iceland. Okay. Gemini Star, the best parts of Canada are the French speaking parts. Yours travels, you want landscapes? Go to the Azores. Wow. Okay, fair enough. Steve Zodiac's been living in Siam Reef for over a decade. Still love it. Okay. Hard Shield, Newfoundland on the east coast looks nice. Just 2,300 miles from the UK, 3.5 hour time difference. Really? Is that really only 3.5 hours from the UK? Really? Isa, I'm sure David Coleman can take a joke. I'm sure he can take a joke. Okay. Okay. David Coleman, Gemini Star, the French Canadian women are so beautiful. All of them, 9 out of 10. Oh, that sounds low. I've heard that before. I have heard that before. Gemini Star would recommend visiting Eritrea anytime soon. Okay. Bobby Cross says it's nice to see the French be humiliated in Africa. Really? Really? Nick Ross, Eritrea is at war again now, sadly. Oh, God Almighty. Oh, God Almighty. God Almighty. So some countries are so bloody sad. I think it's the case that some countries just can't look after themselves. Yeah, they just can't look after themselves. They're just shoveling shit against the tide. Some of these countries when they seem to be getting back on the feet. I mean, you look at Brazil, a marvelous country like Brazil. Things were looking up some years ago with the Olympics and the World Cup, and now it seems to have gone backward again, doesn't it? Yeah. John K. Loads of us Brits go to Australia and come back. Boomerang Poms, they call us. Not all it's cracked up to be. Absolutely. I mean, some of these desirable places are probably not really that desirable when you spend time there. Seaside Freddy says, heard that Pierre Trudeau was a decent PM. He had a legal background, just as a Bachelor of Arts in Literature and Education. Okay. McLaren says, Eddie, don't hate your roots, mate. I love Britain. I'm English and proud. It's just the there and now. But I don't think is there any country in the world where people are actually happy, about their own country. David Coleman says the first Trudeau was a pretty good Prime Minister of Canada. Okay. Citizen man. Okay, I'm going to finish on this one. No wonder our country's becoming a shit. It's mostly people. Okay. Fair enough. Got to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. So we've had almost a couple of hours anyway tonight. We've had a bit of a laugh. We've had a bit of a joke. The live streams the last couple of nights. Thanks to Yoz, John, Mitch, and McLaren for coming on the phone anyway. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to finish now. Hopefully back on Friday night, but maybe a Saturday, because there's a lot going on Fridays and Saturdays these days. So maybe once maybe start doing a live stream Sunday afternoon, whatever. We'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, have a great week. Enjoy the weather while it's there, because it won't be there forever. And have a good week, and I'll see you towards the weekend anyway. Cheers. Thank you.